performances, the all-time, the 10 fastest swims ever in this distance. Michael Phelps has 3, Ryan Lochte has 3, and Tyler Clary has 2. So the Americans have 8 of the 10 best swims ever in the 400 IM. Now swimming out of lane 1, the NCAA champion this year in the 400-yard IM, Bill Krieger, swims at the University of Georgia, another New Jersey swimmer from Washington Township, New Jersey. Coming out of lane 2 will be Michael Weiss, you can tell by that cap, Wisconsin Aquatics, 20-year-old. Swimming out of lane 3, University of North Carolina swimmer, hometown Richmond, Virginia, Tyler Harris. 6th in the U.S. Nationals last summer. And there's a veteran, he's been doing this a long time. We saw his sister with a good swim earlier tonight, Robert Margalis. Comes out of lane 4, the third fastest prelim time. Fastest prelim swim at 4:18:33, less than a second off his personal best. 20-year-old rather, Andrew Gemmel of the Delaware swim team. From the Chicagoland area, and swimming now in Florida for Greg Troy, Connor Dwyer. Good swims of the NCAAs again the last 2 years, in fact. Jack Brown, University of Missouri swim team, hometown Atlanta. And Jack Brown comes out of lane 7, college swimmer at Arizona. Same for Austin Thompson, Chandler, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, age 20. Here's an 18-year-old from the Santa Maria Swim Club, California. That's Joshua Pernot. Was 5th last year in the 400 IM at the Junior Pan Pacs. And swimming in lane 10, University of California, Berkeley swimmer, Benjamin Hinshaw. Well, in this race, you've got a guy, Connor Dwyer. He's got a lot of experience. He's been in the trials rowdy, U.S. Nationals a couple times, NCAA finals.
Yeah, swam at the World Championships in the prelims, the 800 free relay, so he is a world champion now. You see Gemmel, a freestyle specialist, great distance freestyler. As you mentioned, his Pan Pacs history was in the top 5 last year at the 1500, so he will be able to come home in the prelims. He had by far the fastest split, almost 2 seconds faster than anybody else coming home. The question is, can he be close to the guys, close enough to these other guys who are so good on their first 3 legs to have a chance to race them home? Dwyer also a very good freestyler, obviously, as you mentioned, NCAA champion. He was champ in the 500 2 years ago. Got really, really sick at the NCAAs this year and almost had to pull out. That's how bad it was. He had such a sensational SEC championship.
Robert Margalis going to come in here with the lead at 100. Austin Thompson and then Benjamin Hinshaw.
Well, Margalis, if you look at the best times across the board, Jack Brown and Robert Margalis have the 2 best times by far. They're about 4 or 5 seconds faster than anybody else has been, and Margalis is a veteran. You talked about it earlier, the fact that he's been around a long time, 29 years of age. He's out swimming now for John Urbanchek as well. And it's kind of given him new life in such an established career.
There you see Margalis at 150 holding the lead. We're watching Dwyer and Margalis. Hard also because Dwyer this morning had his personal best. He went 4:18.75.
Veteran in the individual medley event.
Now he's a fair distance off the pace.
Boy, they sure are.
Margalis is really looking out there.
Well, I mean, just think about compared to his prelim. He was 2:03 plus in prelims. He's almost 3 seconds faster than he was in prelims. And this is what you like to see. You like to see somebody go out for it, not be afraid to attack this race, not overswim it necessarily, but not be afraid to attack. And I think, you know, we didn't see that in the women's 400 freestyle, even though we saw a pretty good time, but we didn't see anybody attack their race early on, at least not yet. And he's the first one that kind of just said, you know, I'm going out for it, come get me. And, well, Connor Dwyer's coming to get him.
Yeah.
He's right there. He's got a very good breaststroke.
Yeah, you can see that on that last shot we had. You can see Dwyer starting to make a little bit of a move here. He's narrowed that gap.
Well, Dwyer definitely has a better back half swimmer together, breast and freestyle, than maybe anybody else in the field, at least potentially. He's got an amazing breaststroke. He was 23 plus, 51 plus on their relays for Florida. Florida used him in breaststroke on their medley relays. So he's got great walls, and this is a guy that's going to continue to improve. And maybe one of the events that he's going to swim next summer at the Olympic trials, and now he's made up a huge lead. It's gone from what, 2.5, 3 seconds to just over a second.
Yeah, he got it within a body length, and now is that easily doable for Dwyer in the freestyle?
Not necessarily, because Margalis is a very good freestyler. He actually comes from a distance freestyle background, so he's not going to give anything to Connor Dwyer, at least this first 50, and he's breathing to his right, so he can kind of see what Dwyer's doing right now. Now, he'll be breathing to the other side coming home, and Dwyer will be able to breathe to this side now, and he picked up about a half a second just on that 50 alone. You see how he's breathing to his right, Ted? He can see Margalis, and Margalis is also breathing to the camera. So I just think Margalis built such a huge lead. Boy, he is hurting though.
Yeah, boy, Dwyer's coming. Is there enough water for Dwyer to catch him? Doesn't look like it. Margalis hangs on. Margalis hangs on by 35 100ths.
This is kind of what I talked about. You know, he wasn't afraid to attack it. He paid the price, there's no question about it. But if he didn't, I really believe if he didn't go out as fast as he did, he wouldn't have won that race. Because Connor Dwyer, he had to build that lead on Connor Dwyer. It's a smart swim. Here he is just kind of cruising along in the breaststroke. He, you know, kind of laid off his legs, I think, just a little bit too much here on the breast. You know, such a predominantly lower body stroke that it gave Dwyer life. This is the 300 mark. Margalis right there. There's Connor Dwyer right above him. Tyler Harris down there in lane number 3 also in the mix, as well as Joshua Austin Thompson. But at the end, Connor just didn't quite get him at the end. Another 2 meters and he would have, but that's why it's a 400 meter IM instead of 401 100 meter IM.
Yeah, that's nice for Robert Margalis. Margalis has won 2 national championships short course in the 400, short course yards, but he wins the big one here. Connor Dwyer, by the way, took almost 3 seconds, almost 3 more seconds off his personal best and came in second, but that's how well Robert Margalis had to swim to win this national championship.